What's up, everybody? This your boy Isaac.
And this is your boy Bryce.
And we are Brothers on Tennis. And guess what, you guys? We are in the third week of October, and there is still a lot of tennis going on. Bryce, did you enjoy the tennis that was happening last week?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all about Coco Golf, right?
Right?
I mean, I don't know if anything else happened last week,
right?
But
I think Medvedev did something, but
yeah, that's how he does. And we'll talk about both of those. So.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. But man, oh man, it's some craziness going on, right?
It is. It's looking good. I love it when the end of the year, when these tournaments actually matter.
Yes.
And I know on the men's side, we talked about it a little bit last week. Mm-hmm. You know, those last couple of spots are still up in the air with one Master Series tournament left for the year. Mm-hmm. And we're still seeing a few of the women scrapping on their end.
That's right.
And we're still seeing Coco saying, look, I got a little more tennis left in me this year.
I got a little bit left, right? I still am trying to make my mark for 2019. Y'all thought I did it at Wimbledon and U.S. Open, but I ain't done.
Right. So
listen,
it's it's good. It's good when the tennis still matters this late in the year.
I agree. And I tell you what, the men are trying to show out a little bit. I tell you what, those last two spots, they fighting hard, dude.
They are.
We talked last week, man. Those last two spots, 7 and 8, are open, but I think we may have seen a little bit of definition of who might fill those two slots based on that Shanghai Masters tournament, man.
That was a good tournament, and I think for us to really kind of sink our teeth in it, we probably need to start talking about it from the quarterfinals.
Yeah. Let's take
even though there's a very important match we need to talk about.
Okay.
In the round of 16.
Okay. All right. Which one is that one? Let's see what's up.
If our listeners will remember, we highlighted last week that it was going to be very important in this end of the season race.
Yes.
Who won that match between RBA, Roberto Bautista Agut.
That's right.
And Berrettini.
That's exactly it. You're right.
And we thought Berrettini might pull it out, and he did. It was a nice, comfortable win, 7-6, 6-4.
Yeah, I mean, they were fighting. I mean, that at least shows there wasn't a lot of things happening between the two. It was a close match. And yeah, Berrettini was able to pull it out in straight sets.
He was, and this is what I was talking about. Whoever won that match, I felt was going to have a little bit of an edge going through the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. Still, the numbers are very close. I think Bautista Agut is less than 100 points behind Berrettini.
Right.
So they still need to show out at Paris.
They don't have to.
But Berrettini did kind of leapfrog Bautista Agut.
Yes, he did. And honestly, I mean, if you're really looking at the year, I would expect for Matteo to get one of those spots because he has had a really, really nice year. Not to take anything away from RBA because I like RBA, like his game, but I just feel like Matteo has exploded onto the scene and he's backing it up, man. He's like, look, I'm getting results. I'm trying to get it.
The only thing, I know, Mary,
right?
The only thing that I really liked about the idea of RBA being in the year in finals is the fact that he's beaten Djokovic twice this year.
Right.
And so I like having somebody in there that look, I've beaten you twice this year, and Djokovic knows he's beaten him twice this year, so it makes it an interesting matchup.
Well, I'll tell you what, Djokovic seemed like he got a little bit of a chink in his armor anyway, so there might be some folks up in there that might do some damage as well, because I'm trying to tell you, I did not expect Tsitsipas to get up on him. I just did not expect it. I mean, Medvedev has jumped on him earlier this year, but I did not. I just didn't expect Tsitsipas to be able to do that.
Well, and Tsitsipas has not had the greatest summer.
Right.
So it's not like he was Medvedev's been on this hot streak and really had a shot.
Right.
We were thinking Djokovic was going to handle business there, but Tsitsipas took him out. And surprisingly, Tsitsipas came out and said this was his best comfort behind win ever because he lost the first set 6-3 and then came back and won that match 7-5, 6-3.
And you gotta be really proud of yourself when you can lose that first set, get someone at 5-all. And 5-all, y'all, is a critical point of the match. It's critical. So if you can get a break at 5-all and then close it out for a 7-5 win, that actually is really, really big for your confidence going into the third set. So that was huge, dude.
It was huge, but I want to caution Tsitsipas on, and sometimes this is one of the beautiful things about the sport of tennis. It's a world sport, right?
Yes, it is.
And so you have people from all nationalities, all cultures,
right?
And sometimes things don't always translate. Sometimes things get lost in translation, right?
Right.
And so Tsitsipas went out there, and I think it was in his post-match interview. And, I can appreciate, the confidence.
Yeah.
But he, and I can't remember the exact quote, but he was basically saying that the big three don't like to see him. Exactly, right? Yeah. He was like, I think, they looking over their shoulder. They a little nervous when they have to play me. And so...
All right, for the confidence.
So I can appreciate Tsitsipas feeling all strong in the chest, about that. But let me be the first to tell him. Yeah. Roger, Rafa, nor Djokovic is scared of Tsitsipas.
Bitch, ain't nobody scared.
I mean, they know they got to bring their game.
Exactly.
But they're not scared of Tsitsipas.
They're not trying to be scared of Tsitsipas. No. I think at this point, the only one that gives them a little bit of a tremble would be Daniil Medvedev.
Right.
And that's why he's been backing it up because he's been in finals and he's been winning.
Right.
But yeah, Tsitsipas, nah, brother. I don't think that you are at that point where you can step out there talking big noise. I mean, and that's what it is. And I appreciate it. Be confident. Because if you think about it, back in the day, there was somebody else that was really confident and we was looking at him like he was crazy. And that was Novak Djokovic. Because remember? Because it was all about Federer and Nadal. Right. And Novak was like, I'm here. And we was looking at him like, look, boy, what you doing? You ain't got nothing on Roger and Rafa. And he climbed up in there. But it took time.
It took time. Yeah.
So Tsitsipas needs to make sure he understands he ain't quite there yet.
No, I think the big three would be more nervous to play Kyrgios than they would be to play Tsitsipas.
Absolutely, because Kyrgios crazy. They know Kyrgios to get that victory.
Tsitsipas is one of, he and Medvedev are probably my two favorite, and I do like Team too, but in terms of all surfaces, well, shoot, you can't say that because now Team has won Indian Wells and he won the other week, so I like those three guys, but Tsitsipas, I just want him to pull that back a little bit, and that's why I'm giving him a little bit of a pass because it's like maybe he didn't mean for it to come out like that. Maybe he just wanted to say, look, I've beaten all of them. I have my chances when I play them. Right. Maybe he wanted to be a little more humble than the way that came out. But one of the things that he does not want to do.
Don't poke the bear.
Right. He does not want Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer getting hyped for when they play.
Right? They were like, okay, we put him on our radar.
Right. He don't want none of that smoke.
No, he doesn't. No. I like that. He don't want none of that smoke. He don't. Yes, sir.
So anyway, Tsitsipas was one of the 4 semifinalists.
Yes, he was. And then, of course, we had Medvedev. He took out Fognini in straight sets. And,
as he should.
As he should. He's just doing, he just goes to work. He does what he's supposed to do. And then on the bottom half, of course, and I, kudos again to Matteo Berrettini.
Yes.
He climbed up on Dominique Thiem and, 7-6-6-4. And he was like, Dominique, don't get out the way. I'm trying to get my spot.
Right.
I'm trying to get them coins, man. Get out the way.
Put a little ludicrous up in here.
Right? Shoot, better tell it. Yes, sir. And then
that was a good win, though.
That was a great win for him. Very, very good. And like I said, he's trying to secure his spot. And then you had Zverev versus Federer, and to be honest with you, I did not expect for Zverev to get as far as he did. I thought Rublev was going to take him out, and it was a tough. Well, no, it wasn't a tough match because he gave him a bagel the first set. He was like, "Bitch, you look hungry." But the second set was a tiebreaker.
Bagel?
Yeah, against Rublev. Andre Rublev in the round 16.
Oh, you're talking about Rublev?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not Federer. No.
Okay.
No.
You can feed Federer.
No, you're not going to feed Fed. Fed does the feeding. No. Unless it's Nadal or Djokovic, Fed is typically not going to ever get fed.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he got up on Rublev.
Oh, yeah. He gave him that bagel. That first set was like, yeah, look, you skinny boy, you look hungry. Go on, take this.
Give you some time to go get that hair right. They got good barbers up here in Shanghai.
Go let him cut that mop. What? But no, he went ahead and did his job, and he got over Rublev, and then he got with Federer. And I have to say that one was a surprise for me because I just did not expect Zverev to be able to take out Fed. But I mean, against Fed though, he's always played pretty darn well though.
Now I'm embarrassed to say I didn't actually see that match, but it sounds like Federer lost his cool in that match, and got into it with the umpire, and so he, I think he may have mentally taken himself out of that match a little bit. Now, once again, I don't want to be like this guy that's taken away from Zverev. Anytime you beat Federer, period, on any surface at any time is a well-deserved win because you know Federer is not going to just give it to you.
Right.
And with Zverev, like we were saying, being one of those people on the cusp in terms of making the year in, that was a huge win.
That's a huge win for him, for sure. And as I understand, and like I said, for that match, you got to give it to Zverev because he had a break in every set of that match. Every set. Right. So he even had a break in the set of the 6-7 that he lost in the second set. He actually had a break. Federer just got it back, got him to a tiebreaker, and then was able to scratch it out. But again, Zverev was like, he kept his cool. So you got to give him kudos for that. So Fed, we hope that you bounce back and you get your Basel on, and hopefully you get your Paris on. But yeah, man, hey, kudos to Zverev for getting through that match.
And actually, kudos for him as we, kind of move into this, making it to the finals. Yeah. I was actually surprised that he beat Berrettini.
I was surprised he beat Berrettini that
3 and 4.
Decisively. I mean, it's 6-3, 6-4. I was like, I would have at least thought one of those would have went to a tiebreaker.
Right.
But I guess he was feeling it. Hell, when you beat Federer, you get kind of hype.
Yeah, right? You do.
I mean, your game must be kind of tight if you taking out Roger Federer. So.
Right. Now, and in the top half in that first semifinal between Tsitsipas and Medvedev, look, I'm just going to pull on what we were saying about Andreescu.
Yeah.
I am going to continue to pick Medvedev.
Right.
No, seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Prove me wrong.
Right.
Until he lose.
Right. Because even if you go back to losing in the U.S. Open final,
yep.
I don't think anybody saw that match going like that.
No.
He could have definitely won that match. I
agree.
He's my pick until he loses.
I 100% agree.
And I saw that he said, "Don't say what did he say? Unbeatable or something." Somebody was trying to say that, invincible. Right, yeah. He said, "Don't put that on me."
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't need all that. I'm just doing my job. I'm going out there, I'm hitting the ball, and I'm just getting these W's and collecting my coins.
Right.
He's like, don't be putting all that craziness on me.
But it was a good win against Tsitsipas. 7-6, 7-5.
Well, and they got history there anyway. So there's still that mental thing that I believe Medi has over Tsitsipas. So
he does.
It'll be I actually want Tsitsipas to win a match against Medvedev just to hopefully get some of that past drama out of the way and for them to really start having a rivalry. Right. But right now, Medi's like,
no rivalry.
Medi's like, yes, please give me Stefanos because I will spank that.
Yeah,
I will spank him up.
Medvedev is feeling like Serena against Sharapova.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he's like, yep, I own him. Yes. And then bottom half, like you said, Zverev over Berrettini, and then in the final, again, doing his job.
I had. No. There was nothing that led me to believe that Zverev had a chance against Medvedev in the final. No. And he didn't, and he got fed in that second set. Yeah, 6-4, 6-1. So kudos to Zverev for making it to another Masters final. But
absolutely. No.
I honestly, and I don't want to be, over-exaggerating the point. Yeah. I truly think it's a big 4 again.
I don't disagree.
I think you have to say Medvedev is... He
is the fourth one in there, and he's climbing his way up and through. Tell you what, he's going to be contending next year, bro.
I am going out on a limb here, and I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay, I like predictions.
By the end of 2020, he will be in the top 3. I don't know which one he's going to knock out. It unfortunately may be Fed.
Maybe.
But I think he will be top 3 just because of how much he plays and wins.
Correct.
Right? You have Federer and Nadal, now they keep themselves in by doing very well at the majors, but they are definitely playing limited schedules now.
Yeah.
And Djokovic may have to start playing more of a limited schedule with
with
some
all
of his injuries.
That's right.
Medvedev is at that phase of his career right now where he's playing like almost every week.
Exactly.
So and teams kind of like that too, but Medvedev has the results.
See, and that's the thing, Bryce. I think with Medvedev, he's got the mental fortitude. So like how Sasha got up in there and then he had the sophomore slump. Right. I don't see Medi having the sophomore slump. I literally don't. I think he is just going to continue riding this, his game.
Yep.
I think he will continue to stay right in that top group, like you said, the top 4. I believe he's cementing his place there. Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
I'm excited. He's definitely going to be one of the ones for me to watch next year.
I would agree. 100%, man.
So congratulations, Medvedev, on winning your second Masters Series title of the year. Just has been an amazing year for him. I'm really happy for it.
Absolutely. Good job, my man.
So let's transition over to the women.
Ladies, come on now.
And so we had a 500K tournament in Tianjin. Okay, got it right this week.
Bryce, work it.
I'm not slow on the learning curve. So the one thing I want to say about this tournament, because it was really, a tournament with Venus Williams and a Phil Robustus.
Right.
At least Venus lost to the eventual champion, Rebecca Peterson.
Yes, she did. So, it was sad to see her go out, true enough, but at the same time, again, you have to take some level of confidence when you at least lost to the eventual winner.
Right.
So Venus, we're not going to be too hard on you. And Rebecca Peterson, congratulations.
Yeah. Good on you.
Good on you, girl. Good on you.
And as Ariana Grande said, thank you. Next. Let's go to
where it's hot.
Yes. And Linz, Austria.
All right.
Now, remember, we kind of set this up for you last week. Coco Gauff, she was in the qualifying tournament.
Yes.
For the Linz tournament. She made it to the final round. She played somebody I'd never heard of before.
Me either.
Got spanked up 6-4, 6-4, 6-2.
It wasn't even close. Yeah, it wasn't like it was a 3-7. She got spanked up.
And was fortunate enough when I think Sakari pulled out.
Sakari, that's right.
Pulled out of the tournament. She got a lucky loser spot in the main draw. And she proceeded to show out.
Right? She was like, you know what? I got second life.
Right.
I'm about to put it on you.
So we reported last week that she beat Stephanie Vogel. And we were like, okay, that's good.
That was a good win.
And we felt that she had good chances against Kozlova. Which she lost the first set, but came back and was up 6-4, 2-love when Kozlova was like, no mas,
I'm done. Thank you.
Now, from this point forward is where the Black Girl Magic kicked in, right?
BGM.
BGM. The Black Girl Magic kicked in. I'm going to let you take it.
Listen. Okay. So then she plays Kiki Bertens. Top 10. Number 1 seed in this tournament.
Yep.
I love Kiki Bertens. We were talking about her potentially winning a Grand Slam. Well, at least I was. Earlier this year. She gets up on her in a very close set, but still beats her in straight sets, Bryce. 7-6, 6-4.
And let's be clear. She gave her a breadstick in that tiebreaker.
Yes, she did. She was just like, yeah, don't think the bread is off limits to the tiebreaker. Go ahead and get you some. Let's go and get into the second set. Right. And then she got up on her 6-4. And that, Bryce, is an incredible win. She's excellent a top 10 player.
That was her first top 10 win.
First top 10 win. Just fantastic. So that's the quarters. And then in the semis, she meets my girl, Andrea Petkovic. I love Petko. Petko dance. Petko was she's always just one of my favorites because she's just one of the nicest people on the women's tour. Very sweet young lady. And like I said, in the day, she has had game. But unfortunately, she didn't have enough game.
No, she did not.
Against Coco Gauff in the semis. Because Coco was like, no, I got a finals. I got a date in the finals. And you're in the way. So I need to go ahead and swoosh you to the side.
She was not in love with the Coco.
No. So she knocked her out 6-4, 6-4, making it to the final against a former Grand Slam champion in Yelena Ostapenko, who I love me some Ostapenko.
She does seem cool.
I like her. I like her. She's crazy.
Yeah, and I think a Grand Slam was a fluke, but you know.
But she got one.
She got it.
She got one, and can't nobody take it from her.
Nope.
But I tell you what she didn't get was a Lynch title. Because what that black girl magic was happening.
Because you know what?
Listen.
So Coco was good in that final. Started off, took the first set 6-3. But then she got fed a breadstick from Ostapenko.
Right.
And she said, look, I do the feeding around here.
That's my job.
So she turned around and gave Ostapenko a whole biscuit and took the title.
Yes, she did.
I mean, who would have thought that in 2019, Coco Gauff would have more titles for the year than Venus Williams? Oh, I said it.
Did you say that?
I said it.
You did not say that.
I said it.
Man, I tell you what, it wouldn't have been me. It wouldn't have been me. Because I'm trying to tell listeners, listen. This young lady is 15 years old.
Yes.
And it's not like she's about to turn 16. She is 15. She turns, I think it's March.
March.
So so she is a 15-year-old. So you are going against, like I said, players who have been on the tour, the best in the world.
Yep.
Top 10. You've got a top 10 victory, and you beat a Grand Slam champion, a former Grand Slam champion.
Yep. And wait a minute. Let's not just stop it there.
Yeah.
She lost with McNally in the semifinals of the doubles. So how many people last week had a double semifinals showing and winning a singles title?
I don't think anybody.
Coco Gauff did.
Coco did. That's what exactly. Man, Bryce. I just I'm so on the Coco bandwagon, of course.
Right.
But it's like at the same time I'm like I'm just praying to all that's good.
Right.
That she doesn't run into the whole Jennifer Capriati where she just kind of lost her way. Or she falls into the whole Tracy Austin where she got injured so early and then her career was short. I just really, really am praying that she can just be healthy and play and enjoy tennis.
Right. And I tell you what, of course, the injury thing is a scare and a concern for all players.
Exactly.
Right? So you just never know there.
That. Yeah.
But in terms of what Jennifer Capriati went through, I don't see Corey going through that because of a couple of things. Yeah. Number one, Jennifer's career was really being directed by a strong hand for her father, who really he didn't know completely what he was doing. Well, her agent is Roger Federer's agent. He kind of knows what's going on, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Also, from a coaching standpoint, she's coming out of Serena's camp, right?
That's right. With
Patrick.
Yep.
So, I mean, she's getting it good from there. Her parents seem very, very grounded. Her
parents are awesome.
Yeah, like they really. I just think she has her support system is so much stronger than what Jennifer Capriati had. Yeah. Look, I'll go out on a limb and say that if Jennifer Capriati had the same support system that Coco has, she'd have been a beast.
Yeah, she would be.
She would have been a beast.
Strongly in the Hall of Fame. I mean, she is, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right. Even more beastly than she was.
Right. Exactly.
But the injury thing is a real concern, and you just have to kind of, that's another thing that I think where the whole restricted number of tournaments that these girls can play under the age of 18 is a good thing.
It's a good thing. I absolutely agree because, you don't want them to be, the body to get too stressed because it's a lot. It's a lot for a 15-year-old body to get out there playing with these women on a week-to-week basis. So I'm just proud of Coco. Coco, congratulations.
Absolutely,
So good.
So let's take it into this week.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of a similar situation. We have well, first of all, we're not talking about any of the men's tournaments. Yeah. There are 3 tournaments going on the men's side. They're all at the 250 level, which means, the Busters are playing.
Busters!
So there's the Kremlin Cup in Moscow. There's the European Open in Antwerp. And there's the Stockholm Open in Stockholm.
There you go.
And we'll let you know who won those next week.
That's right.
But for where our focus will be this week is on the women's tour, where we have the Kremlin Cup in Moscow, which basically we have the players that are scrapping for those last couple of positions for the year-end championship.
That's right.
This is their battleground.
This is it. This is it.
And then we have a 250 tournament in Luxembourg, which, you know, by kind of the way we do things here, we wouldn't normally talk about.
Right.
But guess who's in the tournament?
Who's that?
Coco Golf. So she has stated that this is the last tournament that she's playing for the year. So she said she was a little bummed by that, but hopefully she takes that energy and she brings it out here and can get another win. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So,
absolutely.
Isaac, let's start off with the Kremlin Cup and the women that are trying to get into the year-end championship.
Absolutely, man. So it's not a premier, but I would imagine it's $1 million. So it's still one of the top tournaments. And we've got the top seeds, Svitolina. You've got Bertens, number 2. Belinda Bencic is 3. Vekic is 4. Yastrzemska is 5. Sevastova is 6. Sakari, back in the draw, is 7. And Alexandrova is seeded 8th. So we don't have all of the top 10. But again, you've got those folks who are trying to position themselves, trying to get those last couple points, like your Bencic and your Svitolinas and Bertens, to try and cement their spot in the year-ending championship tournament for the ladies.
And you see that Bencic came in as a wild card.
As a wild, yeah.
So she lost kind of early last week, so she knew she needed some more points to get in here. So.
That's exactly right. So so she's playing this week, trying. Like I said, they're all trying to get those points to solidify a spot. But yeah, overall, Bryce, I think it'll be a pretty nice tournament. So
actually, and for me, my predictions for this tournament is really, I see it going the way of the seeds. I think the semis, you have Svitolina against Vekic, and you'll have Bencic against Bertens.
Completely agree.
I think in the finals, you'll have Svitolina, probably maybe against Bencic.
You know what? I was going to say the same thing, because I think with Kiki, you know, she can take a L.
As Coco Golf showed her last week.
Exactly. And I think Belinda Bencic is, again, she went out first round of the tournament that she was in, so she's got a little chip on her shoulder. So I actually think she's going to come away with this Kremlin Cup title.
Right. Yeah. And then in the finals, Svitolina and Bencic.
Yeah. It's a good
I think that's a coin flip.
Yeah. For me, I'm picking Bencic.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think that Bencic will probably get up on Svitolina. But you just never know. She might be excited and be, you know, living high off the gym's life. And
well, I think Svitolina is playing better because I can't remember what tournament she was last in. I expected her to lose and she actually won that match.
Okay.
It wasn't last week. It was the week before last.
Oh, was it the premier event?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember who it was she took out, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. I think it'll come down between her and Bencic, and that'll be a good final to watch.
I absolutely agree as well, my man.
Now, Luxembourg, where my real interest is at.
Is Venus playing? No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? My love for Venus is going to stop me from making the comment I wanted to just make.
We love you, Venus.
Yes.
We love you.
Yeah. So, I want to give a live update, and that is today, Coco, which is the affectionate name for the doubles partnership of Coco Golf and Katie McNally. They won their doubles match today, so they are continuing to progress. Yep. But as it relates to the singles, not only do we have Coco Golf in the tournament, we also have McNally in the singles this time.
Yeah.
And you know, I like McNally. She comes from Cincinnati. Yep. You know, yep. I know about the family from back in the day and all that. But I'm telling you what, she drew probably the worst first round match she could draw. Yeah. As a wild card, she's going to be playing Ostapenko. Yeah. And since Ostapenko just took that lump from Coco in the finals last week,
well,
McNally's going to have to take one for the team.
Yeah, because I think Yelena going to get out there and she's going to be swinging. She's going to be swinging like she was in that French Open that she won. She was like, look, little heifer. That other one beat me last week. I ain't going to let you get up on me.
No, it's tight on you.
No, sister.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Coco, looking at the draw, I think she has a really good chance of making it to the semifinals. In the semis, I would expect for her to meet Mertens, and I don't know if that's going to be too much for her.
Personally, I think Elise Mertens would probably
take her out.
That
one. Right.
Yeah, I do.
Now, Pekovic is up there, so if Pekovic can make her way through, Coco could be like, I like your game.
Yeah, I like your game. So, bring that. Ooh, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so, we never know. And it'll be a rematch.
Yeah, and I see we have Monica Puig down there at the bottom. She's trying to, get her rebound off from the Kamal Murray drop.
Salty.
But you can't. But you have Julia Gerges there. Now, and honestly, she could potentially be the favorite to win it all.
To me, I would give her the nod to take this tournament because she when she is on, she's a rough customer.
She is.
Yeah, I like her game.
So we just want to let you know that Coco Golf Watch 2019 is still in effect.
Still in effect, and, y'all.
Hopefully, she can finish the year off strong.
Exactly.
So speaking of Coco Golf.
Yes, let's keep it rolling.
For those of you that follow us online, and you know what, we're loving the engagement on the questions of the week. Please keep it up. It's fun for us. Obviously, it's fun for you as well.
Yes.
The question that we put out there this week was, as of last week with Coco Golf getting that great win in Linz,
yes,
she has now cracked the top 100. She is now the 71st ranked player in the world, which is amazing.
Incredible.
I think they said she started the year 600 and something, and now she's 71.
Whew, crazy.
You can't do anything but respect that, right?
Exactly.
So our hot topic question for the week is, at the end of next year, and she'll play a full year again, where do we think she'll be ranked? If she's 71 now, do we think she'll be in the top 50, the top 40, the top 20? Right. Is somebody going out there and thinking she's going to be top 10? What are you thinking, Isaac?
Man, it's so difficult because, again, she's going to be on a limited playing schedule.
Correct.
So we have to always take that into consideration. And for me, I'm trying my best not to be too aggressive as to what I'm expecting from her. So for me, I am thinking that she will be top 40. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if she's top 20. It won't surprise me at all.
Right.
But I think for me, I would much rather them take more of a conservative approach.
Right.
Make sure that they're not focusing in on results, but focus in on the game. Focus in on her growing and, growing from a 15-year-old girl to a young woman to a WTA woman. So to me, I just want that pathway to be a little bit, I want them to be sensitive to that. So for me, I would see her being top 40. It would not surprise me top 20. I don't know that I would want her to be in the top 10 if I'm being very honest with you, because I just feel like for that, then she'll be 16. And I realized Martina Hingis was there back in the day, but then her career was kind of short too. I just don't want that for Coco. I want her to be, I just want her to be out there for a while. So for me, I'm being conservative, but I don't know, Bryce, what are your thoughts? What do you think about all of this, and where would you put her at the end of next year?
Well, it's annoying that we're at the same spot again.
Dang it.
And it's a lot of the same reasons that you're stating, and I'll just kind of, I guess, give it from my perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I think top 40 would be amazing for her to achieve, acknowledging, like you said, the reduced playing schedule.
Yes.
Also acknowledging she's young in her career, so she's going to have up and downs. Just like she's won this tournament, she's going to take some first-round L's or maybe not get out of the Well, she shouldn't have gotten out of the qualifying for Linz.
Even for Linz, exactly.
Right? So her results will still not be very consistent, I think, yet, right? The other thing I think is, it's kind of like in football, and yes, it's football season, so a lot of my references are starting to come from football now.
Trip.
But it's just like when you have somebody that has a breakout year, then people the next year have tape on you.
Yep.
So they may not have known what to look for, this year with Coco, but you better believe going into next year, now we got tape on her. Now we know what her game is like. Now we know that forehand can get a little shaky, right? People can come up with a better game plan, and it's going to be about, can Coco overcome that in the big matches against the best players in the world?
Right.
So I say if she can make it in the top 40, that is excellent. With her being 71 now, I think even if she cracks the top 50, I would be happy for that.
Absolutely. I
don't see top 25, top 20, top 10, or anything like that happening. Now, something that I would like to throw on the table.
Okay.
To just, for argument's sake.
Yeah.
If she comes out and has a strong start of 2020.
Okay.
Strong.
Because we know she's going to play the Grand Slams because she's got ranking high enough to get direct entry.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if you are Kathy Rinaldi.
Yes.
And you're looking at your team that you're building for the Olympics. And even from a doubles team standpoint, when you think about Coco and Katie.
Yep.
How does their presence on the tour now affect some of the people you may have thought about being on the Olympics team a year ago?
Right.
And let's not forget, we still have our Sophia Kennans and our Anissimovas and you know,
there's a whole bunch of them out there. Our women are strong.
Right.
Our American women are strong.
Right. So, I mean, when you think of a doubles, your top doubles teams from the American side.
Mm-hmm. I mean, why not? They're winning titles.
They
I mean, seriously.
Yes, exactly.
So, you can't not consider them.
Right.
Yeah, Kathy Rinaldi is going to have a lot of tough decisions to make because there are just a lot of American women, and I don't know the restrictions from an Olympic standpoint as far as how many you can take.
And it's funny you say that. I was just thinking in my mind. I was like, I need to go research those rules again, just to make sure because I think this might be a future hot topic for us as well. Right?
I agree completely.
So anyway, I think we both are in that kind of, we think a top 40 is possible, realistic, and
definitely achievable. And to me, that's what I wouldn't necessarily even want anything more at this point because of the fact I want her longevity. I want her out there for years and years and years to come. Right. And we just want to start slow. We do. And build.
So, well, Isaac, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. Yeah. You know, I want to make an announcement for our listeners. We know that you're already going to the website because we see the numbers. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
And once again, that's www.bruthasontennis.com, and that's BRUTHAS on tennis.com. But the exciting news that I have for you is we heard from our producer. We got the approval that we will be added on the Stitcher podcast platform. That's right. I'm assuming in a couple of weeks we'll be on there. So for those of you that like to listen to your podcast on Stitcher, you will be able to find us there probably starting in a couple of weeks. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Yes. Keep the Coco Watch going this week. Fingers crossed for her that she has a wonderful week in both singles and doubles. And look for our hot topic question online for next week. We don't even know what it is yet,
but hey, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be something sexy.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
So with that, we are going to sign off. This is your boy Bryce.
This is your boy Isaac,
and we are Brothers on Tennis. Have a good week.